Hi, my name's Jeremy Reynolds and I teach percussion and piano at REW Music. I fell in love with percussion because of the independent challenge that it gives me. So being able to do different things with all four of these limbs at the same time is something that I find a lot of joy in. It's a good challenge for me. It brings a lot out of music, and it's just so much fun to do. You should take lessons with me because I am super fun and energetic, and I love teaching students the way that they want to be taught and meeting their demands, whatever that may be. So my experience with world music, I've had the opportunity to travel around the world and experience a lot of different cultures and pick up on what they do with music and how it's different from our culture. And I like to bring that back and see how it relates with students now and teach them all of these different styles and cultures and experience that music together. A specific life-changing moment for me was when I was at the Havana School of Music and I was practicing congas with Eladio, and I had all of these kids around me that were all probably 8 to 12, and they were some of the best sounding conga players I've ever heard, and so I really fell in love with the pedagogical ways that they do things in Cuba, with the learning styles, the everybody's always playing, the multi-generational, there's just everybody in one room. Your grandpa and your grandkids are all playing the same music, the same things. And to see that in a setting where it's thriving and it's working at the Havana School of Music was an outstanding opportunity for me. And my experiences in Cuba were so fantastic and wonderful. I just want to bring them back here to Kansas and build these opportunities for students to play whatever music they like, not specifically Cuban music, but just the way that they did music down there, was where everybody, a multi-generational, grandma and grandpa with grandkids, all playing music at the same time with each other, everybody enjoying it, having fun. And so I want to create that here at REW Music through different showcases and labs. A lot of my students that I have all compose their own music, and so that opportunity to compose your own music lets them not only have the freedom to express themselves, but other people playing their music as well, whether that be their mom or their dad playing the music that their child wrote, or a friend that they have playing the music as well. So the state audition music that I'm going to be talking about today is Scots Waltz. So Scots Waltz is a jazz waltz that a lot of people will play more like a classical waltz. That's a common pitfall that I see with drummers doing, and there's a slight difference between a classical waltz and a jazz waltz. So the first tip that I want to give you is not to put a lot of emphasis on the bass drum. The common waltz pattern that you'll hear is, and that works for classical music, but for jazz we want to put more emphasis on the hi-hat. We want to put emphasis on our ride pattern and not a lot on one, so that way the melodic player can move around and have a lot of different options with the melodic playing. One good challenge to practice is playing with your ride cymbal, just playing the normal pattern. But then putting your hi-hat on 2, which you're probably used to, but then you can also put it on the and of 3. This will give us a lot of different varieties, and being that it's a waltz, we can have a lot of freedom with our hemiolas. It's like a hemiola playground, and so when you're playing, you can put emphasis on that. That way the melodic player or the soloist will have an opportunity to hook into that with you, or maybe they're doing that and you want to hook in with what they're playing, so that'll give you a lot of freedom with that.